Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel, and we are back on Old Streams map for another episode. I think this is like episode 7, but hey, who's counting? So we are going to harvest today. We're going to get into our Fent 6275 harvester here and get this baby fired up and head up here, and we're going to harvest this canola field. Field number 3 is the field number. Our sheep and our pigs are doing just fine here on the farm. I apologize for the foliage there getting in your eyes. So we swapped out the header trailer. As you might remember, we got a bit frustrated with the Giants version, and I know a lot of other people have as well. And so this is a nice mod that I believe will work just well for us. Let's just spin the camera around here, and we're able to back right off of it. So if you are having problems with your header trailer, if you use one, and if you operate or if you farm on a field similar to, we'll just go ahead and shut that off. If you farm on a field similar to Oldstream, then you probably will have problems with the Giants version, the in-game header trailer. So let's just bring up the store here so I can show you this. Let's see, I believe they are in their own category. I think we talked about this last time. And my apologies, I probably should have had this set up for you. I find things are a little harder to find in the 17 shop menu than in 15. So these are the in-game, these TAM, if that's maybe how you pronounce it, the Liguan 24 and the Quattro 40. These are your in-game header trailers, and these are, well, for lack of a better description, sort of a piece of junk, as I demonstrated in the previous episode where we harvested that wheat or barley right out there in front of our farm. So these are the mods. This is the mod that I'm using. This is the one that we picked up. This is the shorter version, which works great for the short 25-foot header that we're using with our Fent harvester. Again, I wish these mod guys would put a little bit better description as far as the length. I don't know if the 8 means meters or not, or if it's just a numbering system. These have 3 brackets. This one has 3 brackets as well. Dual axle. These actually almost look identical. I mean, the same price. One's 8, one's 12. I don't know. Anyway, you'll just kind of have to figure it out as you go along. But you'll find the download link in my mod directory, in my mod list. You can get that at grizzlybearsims.com. Again, that's grizzlybearsims.com. And you'll see a link at the top of the page. And from that link, that'll pull up a Google Docs spreadsheet. And you can get that that link to where you can download that trailer. Very nice trailer, works perfect. The in-game one, you can try to, unfold the harvester, which kind of works, but it still wants to hang and drag off of it, and it's a drag, it's a real drag. All right, so let's get down here, get everything turned on. Let's get that back over there so we can lift the header up just a bit, and now we will lower and we will kind of ease into the crop here as best as possible. And there we go. And we are harvesting our first canola crop here on Oldstream's map. And again, this is field number 3. This field, I don't believe this is one of the owned fields when you start playing the map. We went ahead and added it to our list of fields just because it sort of made sense to have this particular field, because again, with it being so close to our farm, it just made sense to do it that way. We own field number, I can't remember right now, I'll pull that up. Field number 5, which is up in the sort of the northwest corner of the map up there. That field is obviously owned. And it's not too bad of a not too bad of a trip up there or over there. This is a small map, you know. As you know, you've seen me travel the four corners of this map before, and it's not bad at all. Hopefully we can negotiate this all right and not end up in the drink. If we were having AI doing this harvesting work, I guarantee you the combine would be in the lake there, in the stream. And you know it. You know I'm right, guys. You know I'm right. So we're going to go ahead and just cut our perimeter out here, our headland, and then we'll figure out what the best way to go ahead and harvest this field. We'll find a direction that works out for us. I do like this Fent harvester. This is a nice mod. You'll be seeing probably the larger version of this Fent harvester on I just drew a blank. On Chellington, that's it. I will start playing Chellington pretty soon. Looking forward to it, actually. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I really and truthfully don't think that I can juggle 3 maps with any degree of success. It's not that I think that I'm not necessarily capable of doing it. It's just that I think that the time commitment and everything and the rotational, you know, there's only so many days in the week and so many hours in a day and all that kind of stuff. And you know something? Gosh. Work just gets in the way, right? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut another headland here on this end, just because I think I just want to give myself a little bit more room, which I think I will desperately need down here, so that I have a little bit more room to back up and maneuver as I do my turn on this particular end. And I might as well go ahead and go all the way around as well. I think for this field, that is just going to be the recipe that we need. Now, speaking of recipes and all that good stuff, you know, you'll be seeing this video in about 5-6 days time from the point at which I'm recording it. It is Sunday the 11th of December when I'm recording this, and I am a little bit ahead, and I know I think I said that I wasn't going to do this, but you know, it's hard for me to predict when I'm going to get time to not only play, which is obviously an important thing. I think it's important for us as, you know, gamer, YouTube gamers, whatever title we want to have. I think it's important that we have time to enjoy the games that we play, that we enjoy. You know, obviously, if it's a game, you know, right now I tend to be almost 100% farm sim, and that just seems to be what I'm really interested in right now. Really love what 17 has brought to the game itself. Of course, we'll see what happens once, you know, Cattle and Crops comes out. Farm sim may just start collecting a bit of dust. I don't know. We'll see. But you know, if I don't enjoy a game, you're most likely not going to see much of it on my YouTube channel, just for the simple fact that, you know, I don't want to play something that I don't enjoy, and I know that you guys are and gals are much the same way. And so, oops, I meant to do this. And so, and I guess the same really goes for maps as well. Let me lift the header up and try to be a little bit more realistic here. Same goes for maps. You know, if I don't enjoy a map, if I can't really get into it, like I have been able to get into Goldcrest Valley, especially Stevie's edit. And by the way, if you haven't checked out Stevie's Facebook page in a while, you may not know, you may not have noticed that he has made quite a bit of changes. Don't hit the fence. Don't hit the fence. Quite a bit of changes to. I'm going to need another headland down here, I believe. He's made quite a bit of changes to Goldcrest Valley. He's added. It looks like he's added some mixing stations. He's added. Let's see, what else has he added? I'm pretty sure he's changed the dairy cow area. He's changed that all around. And I believe he's added the mixing station in there, which is pretty good size looking operation. And I think he also added the compost facility in as well. You know, I may at some stage refresh the map and go with that. I'm just, you know, Stevie puts a lot of different stuff in his maps, and it's wonderful, it's fun, but I just find that sometimes some of that other stuff I either just don't have time to you know, to take advantage of it all, like the potato washing facilities and the compost facilities and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I think it's time to grab a thumbnail here. That's a pretty nice looking picture right there. And we'll get back to business again. But I do want to do, you know, basically with Goldcrest Valley, right now we're in early autumn. I've done quite a bit of work. I think episode 21 is going to really discuss the progress that we made and how much yield that we got off that grass field, and we're doing okay. I think we're going to be just fine. And obviously I think we probably have too much straw, but that's okay. That's not gonna hurt anything. But I think that most likely we will see. I will do a second season of Goldcrest Valley. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm either going to wind this series up soon, or maybe drop it to 1 or 2 episodes a week at the most. That way I can fit Chellington in, because I know what'll happen is once I get started playing Chellington, I'm gonna get pretty much hooked into it, just like you guys probably are. And I know that there's a lot of YouTube guys doing Chellington. A lot of the big names have been playing it for some time and will continue to play it, and you're going to see it quite a bit. I don't know if any of those guys are really going to be focusing on seasonal stuff. Obviously, the seasonal stuff for me, I sort of regret not doing that here, and I chose not to do the seasonal approach for this map because I kind of wanted, I wanted maybe something a little more simple, just kind of play around with it. Plus, I will tell you, I was a bit gun shy you know, having been burned twice with North Brabant and with British style map and running into problems, I really wasn't sure. And you know, you may know that, or you may not, because I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I did not publish any episodes from this map um, until I had at least 3 or 4 episodes recorded, so that I could get to a point to where that I would know that, you know, I could clean up after the animals. And even though I had some problems, I had some issues, and thankfully Eustace Pharmer helped me out and did some testing because I knew he was playing this map. But yeah, I think that, you know, I think I'll probably wind this down, because I think without playing it with a seasonal approach in mind, I think I'm gonna just, you know, end up getting a bit bored with it, because, you know, it's just always going to be spring, summer, fall, and I suppose I could start all over, but, you know. So yeah, so there'll be at least a second season to Goldcrest Valley, because I think that, you know, I need to sort of show how we are able to manage the winter, and then how we're even able to manage through the spring until some of our, you know, we're going to do some late winter or some late fall planting for crops that will come available maybe in late spring. I sort of explained all this in my blog post, and so I think that possibly, you know, Chellington and Goldcrest Valley will be my 2 maps. And I've already started working on getting Chellington sort of ready, meaning that I have started looking at the placement of the vehicles that I want to use, and I'm just really messing this turn up. But I've kind of got one eye on a football game and another eye on Farm Sim 17 here. And anyway, but I've already started, you know, placing the vehicles that I want, and, you know, getting animals purchased and stuff like that. I'm not going to go through the starving farmer method of playing the map, just because I've done that. And you know, I like to be able to get in there and simulate. You know, this is a simulation, so it's however you want to play it. There's no right or wrong way. I've talked about that, and for many minutes I have blabbed on about the fact that it doesn't matter how you play it, as long as you're having fun. And to me, the fun aspect of this comes from simulating a already established farming empire, farming operation with livestock, with, you know, obviously I'm not going to go in and pre-plant stuff. I think if memory serves me correctly, and I've looked at the map a little bit, and I've done a drive around, and of course I've watched Landy Kid's video on Chellington. And also, by the way, speaking of Eustace Pharmer did a fantastic job on doing a comparison of sort of Chellington in doing a comparison of Chellington in Farming Sim 15 and Chellington in 17. Fantastic job. I really enjoyed that, because I never played Chellington for Farm Sim 15, and I'll even go so far as to be honest and say I'd never even heard of Chellington until probably just like right around the time that Farm Sim 17 was starting to come out, because I had heard that I started doing some research on which maps we might see come available first, and I started hearing about Chellington, seeing Chellington, and so here it is. All right, We'll bring our pipe in. We'll go ahead and fold the harvester up. And not a lot of yield, but you know, these fields had not been plowed, so you know, I chose not to plow the crop under. Didn't want to go through that. But let's just see if we can get this on this header trailer. All right. I think that'll work right there. And we'll go park our combine. I do like this map. It's, you know, I'm not faulting. Certainly, it's not the map's fault. Or I think I can squeeze through here. Yeah. Certainly not the map's fault. I actually I like this map quite a bit. I like the uniqueness. I actually like the size of it. So I mean, I really don't know. I mean, that's just the thing, is I don't know. I guess I just don't know what I don't know as far as, you know, if you'll continue to see it or not. I will make that decision in the coming, obviously in the coming few days. I'm not even sure when I'm going to start gameplay on Chellington. As I said, right now I'm just sort of going through the motions of getting things placed the way that I kind of want them, and that's just going to take a little bit of time, not a whole lot, but and I think, as I was saying, I know that there's a couple of fields that are pre-planted, so we'll start, you know, obviously we'll start harvesting that. I think it's either wheat or barley, I can't remember, and obviously we'll start harvesting that, and we'll obviously collect the straw and bale that up, and probably do some mowing so that we can get some silage going, and get some grass, get some hay, get stuff like that going. And then just gonna park this right over here, and then we've got a few minutes before our magic half hour is up. I think what we'll do is we will go and pick up those bales that I baled yesterday. And we'll just take this guy here. We'll grab our bale trailer. Go. Yeah, I haven't done much with that big Finn. That's just too big of a tractor for this map. I really just sort of added it so I could do some comparisons between that and the Challenger version of that same tractor that I'm using on Goldcrest Valley. Obviously, I think that Finn will probably see a lot more action on Chellington than it will on this map. As a matter of fact, I'm probably just going to drop that tractor from this map because it's just too big of a tractor. Yes, there is a such thing as having too large of a tractor for a map. I wouldn't necessarily have believed that myself, but you know, I do tend to go large with equipment. I enjoy the variety of equipment, and I enjoy large equipment. I enjoy some large fields, and you know, Chellington has a little bit of all of that. I think, you know, Chellington has some pretty good sized fields on it, so certainly nothing to sneeze at. with regards to field sizes. Some of that stuff, especially with like if you're doing it in career mode where you're starting out with that small harvester, that's small combine and a small header. Yeah, it's going to take a while to do some of those, harvest some of those fields. But we're probably gonna start with the larger Fendt, just because we can, and yeah, we'll we'll have some fun on it. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. We're coming up on our half-hour mark. I think actually, Eustace Pharmer commented on one of my videos. I think probably the last um, old stream that I released, and he had provided some statistics, some stuff that he had found with his channel on the amount of time that people are actually engaged in watching the video. And I think that my Goldcrest series, I've been letting those go about an hour. I think that that's probably way too long, and I will apologize if anyone has kind of gotten bored with those videos before, because they're so long. I may chop those up a bit more, into more manageable sizes, like around the 25 to 30 minute mark. And I would expect that Chellington will probably be around that mark as far as episode length, around 25 to 30 minutes. There might be some longer episodes if there are things that we need to cover that just takes a little bit more time. But I think that we'll try to keep that a little bit more manageable size, because I understand, I fully understand that you guys have limited time. You have other folks that you're watching. You may be watching other types of video game play and such, and so I don't want to, consume any more time than what you're willing to give to me. And also, it'll help me as well on the post-production side, because that's quicker edit times, quicker rendering times, quicker upload times, etc. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I really do. I hope you're getting your Christmas shopping done, folks. Guys, don't wait till the last minute. I've already got mine done. So thank you for watching. I appreciate that. And I will be back again with another video here on Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel. Take care now. Bye-bye.